A very good morning to all my viewers today. My name is Rizwan and I'm Director of ACE Personal Resource Development. As you know, a training and development organization involved in helping people achieve creative excellence. That's what ACE stands for. And I have conducted several programs, and one of my programs, which was way back in a month ago, which was a 6 days TTT program. I had the privilege of meeting and interacting with many people from the training and development industry and some of the corporate industry. And I had the honor to meet a very distinguished personality. Today I have him with me. He is from the pharmaceutical industry, Mr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, and I would like to welcome him to this webinar. Thank you, Mr. Pramod, for being here, and I would like you to please introduce yourself to the audience. Welcome to this webinar.
Thank you so much, Rizwan sir, and very good morning to you, and also good morning to all the viewers who are here. I am very happy, feel privileged and elated to be a part of such a wonderful program, and that too I am interacting with the director who is supposed to be the icon in the industry. So thanks for giving me an opportunity, sir, for being a part of your program. And since I attended your program, I was very much mesmerized and I was very much fascinated about your VLTT program. So I have also learned a lot. At the same time, since you asked about me, so I work for one pharma company by the name of Cadila Pharma. I started my career from Cadila only when it was a one Cadila Laboratories in the way back 1982. So this is my 39th year which has started with the same organization, sir. And I have grown from a very smallest level to this level, though I was in the engineering college and I attended only for 45 days and I left it against the
Only 45 days.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's an amazing story. I would love to know more about that. Yeah.
So I must tell you why I left, because I used to see at that time the medical reps, they used to visit to the doctors, they used to give a lot of respect. And then I used to ask this, these guys, they are not doctors and they have not spent their time, because mostly MBBS, MD doctor, they spend 10 years of their time in the medical college. So these guys, they come and they speak about the product, they discuss about the product with the doctor in a very scientific way. So, and doctor, they used to give lot of privilege and preference to them. So I said, what a wonderful novel profession when somebody is talking about the medicine, healthcare, and also to take care to alleviate the human suffering part also. So I said, let me join this profession. So during that time, two professions was very much respected. One is becoming a doctor and second is becoming an engineer. And third was becoming a lawyer. That is all, because at that time,
nothing more than that.
Nothing more than that. And that time, the management and then cost controller, financial controllers, all these were a basic part. They are not there in that pipeline. So parents were very much annoyed that why this guy is living such a wonderful thing and is joining and going to carry a bag from door to door, because the medical rep has to carry the bag door to door. So I said nothing doing, because every profession has having lot of positive things. So I saw the positiveness and I said, this is not the end of the story. Carrying a bag is starting of the story, right? So, and carrying the bag and then building the things, that was there in my mind. So with that zeal and zest, I started working, and at Gorakhpur headquarters, which is a small place, and within 1 year of time, I became the star representative, and then they have called me at the age of just 19 plus 20 years of age by here to Ahmedabad with lot of felicitation, because pharma company, they felicitate their star people like a king. So that has again given me a very positive kick, that wow, what a great profession, what a great respect is there, not in the doctor's chamber, but by the organization also. And they have given me a very beautiful training of 45 days. Why? Because I was basically from a math side. So biology, anatomy, physiology was not my cup of tea. So I said, let me learn, because if I have to excel, right? So and basically, unless until you don't know the entire how the 206 bones of the body and how the anatomy, physiology, all the systems works, you will not be able to excel. So I worked, I learned a lot from the doctor. I used to go to a doctor. I used to ask, sir, I don't know about it, can you tell me? So very happily they used to
Oh,
give time. Yeah, I
really?
always thought that it is always good to learn from a person who is the
He's an
final
expert in the field.
authority,
Yes.
expert, final authority, and they are going to teach me in the best possible way. They used to feel very happy that they are teaching, and at the same time, I was getting prescription also from them because I
Oh,
was their
yeah, good
student.
strategy.
So
Yeah.
I was able to have two things together. So getting
So
prescriptions.
you were connecting, building the rapport, the relationship, which was coming close to the doctors, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
In that way, I've chosen 10, 15 different doctors. I used to ask the same type of different things to them. So they know that, yes, this guy is very eager to learn. So they used to tell, they used to call me. Sometimes they used to call me at their
They
home.
remember you. They remember you because you're very close to them. You build a personal relationship with them.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, very correct, very correct. They used to offer a cup of tea and then we used to sit. They used to tell, like a good teacher and as a student, I used to take my copy and learn and all. So in turn, it is giving me a lot of benefit in the business. In just 3.5 years, we were continuously in the star from Gorakhpur, and they promoted me to territory Agra with a big question that suppose if I'm going to be succeeding from this territory, then in the managerial cadre, I will be going up and up. So why the question mark was there? Because there were total 80 area managers were there across India, and this Gorakhpur territory, Agra territory was the 78th number territory. So I said either now I should not go back. I should say accept the challenge and work. So I accepted the challenge with lot of positive attitude, and that time only I got married. So my wife also said, "Okay, we will go, fine." So with the newly married couple, we went to the Agra. I started
So
working.
Home Minister gave you all the support, huh?
Yeah, 100%, sir. Without that, because that is a very big thing, sir. Unless until you don't get the support, you will not be able to freely work with the full
That-
mind,
that-
capacity, capability, right? So then we went to Agra, I started working, and again, same good thing has started repeating. In 3.5 years of time, you've changed the territory, and the territory will become the top second territory in the entire country. So that was a thing, and then I started building the team also. So I thought that now, since I have to further grow, unless until my second leader will not be ready, my second part will not be ready, I'll not be able to go to the other place. So simultaneously, after 2.5 years of time, when I saw that territory is going very well, smoothly, and achieving the target, basically coming as a top five, so I said, let me develop my people very well. So I have developed two of the people. I said, now the choice is yours. You shall select anyone. I am ready for the next jump. And at the same time, I also started learning from my senior that as a entire zonal head, regional head, what are the different work they are doing, how they are sitting in the office, how they are managing the things. So tomorrow, if I am getting an opportunity, I should not be thinking like a vagabond. What are the new thing has come to me? I have never done. I am part of the field. How can I can come and sit in the.
So you have to connect between both. You have to groom the leaders, and then you have to get well versed with the position you have to take over. Basically, that's very important.
Yes, sir. Very important. So I started learning from them also. I used to ask, sir, what are the things which you are saying? What are they doing there? How many days you spend in the office? How many days you spend in the field? What are the things which you are doing it? What you feel? What you say? All these things I started. And then within 3.5 years of time, again, I got next promotion. And in the 1991, I was based at Lucknow, taking care for the biggest state of the entire country, UP. So there again, I started working again, along with my team, building the things. And again, in 1995, I got an opportunity. They said that there is a place vacant in South. So will you like to cover entire South? I said, very well, why not? Because if I have to grow, I have to see entire India. Because North and UP and North is not the entire peninsula of entire India. So South is another different part, different culture, different people, different language, right? And different things are there in that. I accepted that. This time I was based at Bangalore. My family was also along with me. My children started getting their studies there, right? So I was there for 3 years again and again. While seeing the good work of the entire team, entire star, they promoted me based at Bombay. So I was based at Bombay in the 1999 end. So I came to Bombay with a clear cut that we have to establish the cardiology segment, because Bombay was supposed to be a hub of cardiology in the entire India. All top cardiologists, they were from Bombay. Most of them, 80% of them from
It's the
Bombay.
heart of cardiology, you
Yeah,
could say.
heart of cardiology. So we came there and we started working, and the good work had happened with the entire team again. So
Fantastic.
in 2001, 1.5 year again, I got a next promotion. I became the deputy general manager based at Ahmedabad. So Ahmedabad was my final destination, because Cadila belongs to Ahmedabad. I said, fine, because I have to grow with my organization. I have to devote myself. I have to give back to the organization. Then only I'll be able to grow. So all these things that happened, and I came to Ahmedabad. Then at that time, a new boom has come in the pharmaceutical industry, a customer relations management. Because at that time, the different type of the meetings, international meetings, all these things are coming up. So along with my president, we started a new division, which is known as CRM division in pharmaceutical industry. So we are the first to start the CRM division. We had a complete team, and then we started nurturing, connecting the dots, connecting the doctors both properly. So we started growing very well. Then in
That
2000,
is a very long journey you have had, right, of growth and promotion and going up the ladder. And today you are in a very strong position in the organization. That's really a real honor to be connecting with you to understand your life story, because you are, I think, in your organization and in your industry, you must be looked up to as an inspiration by others also, your team members and the people you're leading. So it's really a privilege to connect with you today. And also the privilege that you have participated in my TTT program.
thank you, sir.
And your point of view is very valued. That's why I wanted to ask you, sir, what do you think of this new normal, as we call it? You know, when we were there in the early years of 2020, January, February, and suddenly this shock came into existence and people were really disrupted. From your perspective as a person in the pharma industry, you must have had to do a lot of transition and modification and strategizing. So, what was your thought process, and how did you move from that to the last 4 5 months in your industry?
Sir, this is a very excellent question. Rather, I must respect for this question, because when the new normal had come, so we all were toward the physical appearance. So Physi has been changed to DG. So in the month, yeah, right. So then at the same time, in the month of March, on 24th of March, we remember when it was totally locked down, closed. Then we, along with the president, vertical head, corporate communication, HR, we had a meeting. Then we said that how to make the things happen, because absolutely it is locked, curfew, you cannot go. So we said it is always good. The old story that if you have to cut the tree, you have to sharpen your axe for 9 hours, and in 1 hour you'll be able to cut the tree. Instead of 9 hours, you keep on putting the hard labor on cutting
And
the tree.
blunt your axe.
Yeah, right. So what we did, sir, we had started connecting with our internal people. Right. So with the internal people, we have multiple CMEs, webinars on different type of the subjects, and we strengthen them in terms of their brand knowledge, product knowledge further. Right. So we had 100 hours training program, 320 CMEs, which we did along with the entire our customers, doctors, while including the doctors from the globe, as well as our internal KOLs and external KOLs. So the connect was very, very deep seated. The connect was so good that everybody started respecting us, that what a company it is. And believe you me, last month we got from the Pharma Excellence the Award, which is the #1 award for any of the pharmaceutical company. So
Oh,
Cadila got that award, Digi Express Award.
congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And at the same time, what had happened that we have also planning to launch the biosimilars, because today the biosimilars are there for the by the international companies. So we launched 4 biosimilars. We also launched one of the beautiful product which is going to increase the immunity of the person, which is known as Sepsivac, which has come in the papers, which has come in the news 2 months ago. And lot of the acceptance is there for this particular product. So we did on the forefront, acknowledging the knowledge, enhancing the knowledge, reskilling the knowledge, upskilling the knowledge of our team members. Second thing is connecting with the doctors to the different media, to the different videos, to different ways. Third is launching the product which is required at an economical price, so that the doctors should feel that yes, Cadila is the Indian multinational and able to provide lot of benefit to the patient, also for taking care for the COVID part, so that the people should not be suffering with that, while increasing the immunity of these patient and the human beings to elevate the human suffering part. So this is the multiple ways where we did it, and we are sending lot of good positive messages, lot of the things we are doing it. We celebrated 15th of August with many of our doctors, colleagues, and a beautiful musical program while wishing them on the Independence Day. So we
Fantastic.
had the good connect, right? And we know that it is the time is there, which will be on digital. And at the same time, let me tell you, sir, physical add lot of money part. Digital, it reduce that money part also.
Exactly. Yes.
So digital is that free. You can connect any person across the globe, right?
Totally.
This is
Yes.
the way we are connecting.
So you actually took this crisis as an opportunity. You transformed it from a crisis into an opportunity to Cadila brand to be recognized globally and in the pharma industry, and to the reputed doctors and in this profession. I'm sure you optimize that network between yourself, your team, and with organizations and doctors worldwide. I'm sure that was a very strategic move that I'm sure that has affected your brand worldwide, right?
You are right, sir. You are right. And I must appreciate and thank the entire management, right? Because the management was pro to it. My other vertical head colleagues, my president, my corporate communication, my HR, everybody was aligned together. They were thinking together, making the things together, and making the things happening, sir. So that was the beautiful thing which was happening, sir.
It was a total teamwork from each functional head
Yeah.
and each department integrating together as one, basically. So,
Very correct. Very correct. Very
because
correct.
in such a crisis, it becomes very difficult to come on the same mental level in, work together, because everyone is stressed out and everyone's thinking what's going to happen tomorrow. But so your idea basically was implemented throughout the organization. That seems to be a very interesting subject. I'm sure many of the viewers will be interested to know more about it in future. The other thing I would like to ask you, sir, what was the idea when you saw this particular promo of the 6 days TTT program? What brought you to the TTT program? What was the most important factor that brought you to the TTT?
Sir, the TTT program, what you said, because I always feel learning is one thing which never ends. Till the life is there, learning has to be a part of the life, right? And since we are in this part of the thing, and since we are holding the position, we should know what are the latest things are happening in the entire world. And what are the leading trainers like you are giving the teaching to the people who are in L&D part, right, sir? So I thought that since after listening this TTT part, I said, let me immediately join it and see what the new things are, what the new way of we are doing it. Because the new young guys, they are coming up, they were working on the Kahoot, they are working on the Mentimeter, they were hacking the, so many things were there, which frankly speaking, I was not aware about it, because I was aware about it, but I was not aware that how to make the things happen and how to make the thing done, right? So all these things I said, since I should be a part of it, and at the same time, whatever which we are doing it, it is not the fulcrum of everything. What are the actual, the training head or the training department does, right? How the smallest things can be taken care. I can be able to learn from the legends like you and the entire program. So that has fascinated me, sir, to join this program, and I learned a lot.
I really compliment you at such a position. You still consider learning a part of your structural competence, basically, and that keeps you growing. I'm sure others who are watching this webinar will be inspired by your thought process. Having this success path, the most important fundamental that I learned is that you always kept yourself as an open learner. You always thought that this is not the end, there is more to learn. And you made your leaders, your facilitators, and you learned from them. And that not only gives them more empowerment, it gives you also empowerment. You have a mutually complementary position where they also feel that they are contributing towards your growth, and vice versa. So when you learned from your superiors, they also felt, okay, we will go up and he will take over. He's the right candidate for our position. So that's a very intelligent strategy that you have. Even when you said about the doctors, that was really very important to connect with the doctors because as a pharmaceutical industry veteran, I I was a part of Centron Laboratories for a year, and that I relate to you very much how to connect with the doctors because they are very experienced professionals. You need to have the skills, the capabilities, and the knowledge base to communicate at their level, or you will not be able to, bring in the revenue or the business for the organization. So, as you said, 45 days of training. I also had almost 2 weeks of training in the medical rep, and I think pharma is the best industry as far as training and development is concerned. And that is where I also got the desire to be in sales and marketing. And from there on, the 25 years of journey in sales and marketing, my pillar of inspiration has been the pharma industry. And that is why today I really respect that industry for being so instrumental in the development of the pharma and the grooming of the people in this industry is excellent. I would like to appreciate that. And that's why I have come into the training industry. I completely relate with you when you say that you need to touch people's lives, you need to transform. That has always been my objective as a trainer and coach. So it's really interesting when you say that you went for this program to understand new things. So related to that, again, the question being, how was your 6 days journey? The first day when you logged in, what was your mindset? What was the thought process when you came into the first day, your expectation? And how was your journey for the next 6 days as you went through the program? If you could give us some details or experiences you could share. And what was your final conclusion at the end of the 6 days? It would be interesting to know more about that.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. See, the day one when I joined, so when I saw the entire group member, they all are from the L&D, right? So learning and development people were there, right? And the people, because I was the one person which was not from the L&D part, and they all are basically from L&D. So I said, fantastic, because these guys, they are in that L&D part. They are aware about it. So I had come with a very open mind. It's like a completely whiteboard which is there. So I said that I will not be putting myself that I know this, I know that. Yes, we keep on doing the thing. But if I start putting this thing in the mind that I know this and that, then I'll not be able to learn and not be able to be a part of that beautiful team which is there. So that was my very first day. And believe you me, whenever I attend any of the programs, any of the learning part, I always go with the same mind. I always tell the same thing, that always go with the whiteboard and let the things should be written there, and then you should imbibe the things. So that was my very first day. I saw a couple of people, and the way you have interacted, the way you have followed. So I was on the low level where I said, no, I should not be jumping on the things. I should let me see and observe and analyze that how the flow goes on. And the very first day, only the way you have taken up, and then you have motivated the people, you have taken along with the people. So then they started getting that beautifulness of that thing. Then gradually, when you started making the things that we are going to do this analysis, we are going to do this on the Mentimeter, we are going to do this and that. So all these things had started giving me a lot of edge. Then once after learning from you, right, I used to go to the office and I used to call my small team. Have you learned this thing? What are these things are there? Right. So why don't you do this thing? We should do the quiz part, right? So any medical knowledge, because every day we used to do, every second day we used to do our medical session. I said, let us do the medical session, and on that only.
Okay, right? Kahoot and Mentimeter, basically.
Kahoot, right.
Yeah.
So Kahoot, already we have started putting the things and we started enjoying that.
Okay.
Right. So that was my experience, which I was learning from you and putting it actually the practical way that people should be a part of Kahoot. So believe me, in my entire team of Vertical 6, Kahoot is becoming a wow buzzword, sir. When we are going to have this? When we are going
Fantastic.
Yeah. So these things are there, and gradually the way you have break the things and make the things happen, it has given me a lot of positive thing. How to also I have learned that what type of the training system will be there, what type of the training base has to be there, which type of the environment has to be there, which we used to do it, but it was only by the learning. But it was a completely proper way which you have put the things, block A, block B, block C, block D, like that, and as nicely it has been structured and built it so well. So I must say that I learned a lot and very properly, right? So everybody knows there are 26 alphabets are there, but A, B, yeah, so A, B, C, D, right? It is like that. It should not be
So
like.
basically, you knew the curriculum, but here you actually got to practically experience the question answer sessions because, as you rightly said, there were a lot of training and development industry people, and they had valid questions. And I'm sure that must have been a good insight for you and something which you could implement in your teams.
Correct.
And it was really great to see that every day, whatever you learned, you were passing on to your team and it was getting implemented immediately. And that really gives me a lot of uh, thought that really, if you give something to one person, it goes down the chain to so many within the network immediately. If someone like you, who's in the top rank of a team, you are actually passing on your learnings to so many people. And within the last month, I'm sure Kahoot has become a fun learning process for your organization. And I really feel really honored that I was able to contribute to your team's learning skills and the way they are learning, fun learning, as we call it. And another thing, sir, that you said that uh, your process throughout the day, when you are keeping an open mind, I always tell my participants, come with an empty cup. Come with a thought that I don't know anything. Because the moment you say, okay, Arey, I know all this, what's the big deal? And that is where you already close the doors to any more learning. And then your thought process goes into, right, you close out all new things that might be coming up in the same concept. So at this level of expertise and experience, you still have that skill of being an empty cup wherever you go. That's really something to be appreciated. And the 6 days, I'm sure, was fun learning for you. And I hope that all your team members have been able to get the learning from you because you were the pillar of their contribution towards learning. Uh, Another thing I always ask my participants is whenever the 6 days TTT program ended, there must have been some one particular point which will be with you for life, something which stays with you as we go forward, and this will be of infinite value to you. What was that one thing you could describe to me?
Sir, you asked this question, but I will say that it is not only one thing, frankly speaking, sir.
Okay.
These are just so many good things which has been added. So it will be very negative part of mine when I evaluate only one thing. I can give all 100 on 100 because every day there was something new, sir. So it was a blend of every good thing which has been added in the 6 days of time. So it is that every day, if you see, it is a beautiful structure which has been given to me. So if I say, no, out of this 6 days structure, only one structure was the best. So that is not, because I liked all the 6 structure which has been given to me every day, added to me, which has given me a lot of strength in terms of that.
Thank you
So
very much, sir. I'm really honored and really appreciate your candid input about this. So today was a very good day to be able to interact with you because this was one of the ways I could interact with a lot of my valued participants. Because after the TTT, sometimes you forget about your participants. You don't get in touch with them because I thought it was very important for me to get your personal input because that would be valuable for me to go forward in case I need to improve something on my program. Is there something which will be valuable for me? Is there some point of improvement that you would like to recommend?
sir, again, I will disagree with your point because frankly speaking, it is like everywhere there is, you learn for the thing. We have come here to learn. We are not come here to evaluate, frankly speaking.
Right.
And nobody is perfect in the world, which I always say. Correct, sir? So whatever the thing which you have given in so many years of time, so many people have learned, it is a blend of all the good thing which has been added in that. So I took only the thing which I have want to learn, which I have learned from you. I've never seen that what is remaining there. No, there's no scope for the remaining part. If I will attend some other program, then I will be able to learn something else also. Because I always say, in the life, in the sentence, if you put full stop, it's over. If you have the comma, you keep on writing
It's a
the
continuity. Yes, that's always going to be continuity.
yeah. So that is the thing which I say, sir. I will always say that learning is wonderful, and we always love to learn because there are many things are there which we don't know. And we start putting the things, we keep on learning the thing, and learning will never ever end till the life is there.
Thank you very much for your feedback, Mr. Pramod. Closing on this session, I would like to ask you to close this session with some thought process or some feedback to the viewers who are looking at this webinar, because coming from a Cadila profile, I'm sure you as a team leader and such a management professional, there's some ideas you would like to share with the participants which will be valuable for them going forward.
Thank you, sir. So I will talk in the two different aspects. One is that what is the growth is important. The growth, for the growth part, first thing is the hard work is very important. Hard work with the intelligence, and the determination has to be there in the mind, so that we should be able to do these things, and we should be able to succeed the things. At the same time, the learning is one thing which people should keep on upskilling them. Right, reskilling the things and upskilling the thing, which is very important, because every 10 years there is a paradigm shift is happening in the entire world. And if you want to grow ahead in the ladder of the success, one should be getting equipped, which is the latest requirement which is there. Otherwise, it will become the obsolete. And today the requirement is that the Charles Darwin's theory is there. The survival of the fittest is required, sir. Yeah. So the survival of the fittest is required. So if you want to excel, we have to be as per the requirement, which is very important. Coming to the learning and development plan, sir, every time this good things are there. You can learn from a small person, you can learn from a big person, because everybody having the attributes on it. So I personally feel that under your leadership, under this beautiful training program, there are lot many things are there to learn. Let us open our mind. Let us not come as a evaluator. Let us come as an open person, as a clear-cut lay person, so that whatever thing is coming there, it should be filled in us, and it should be further percolated along with the team, because the exercise is very important. If something is there in the mind, it has to be ensured that experiment and exercise is very important to get perfection on that. That is a very important thing.
Practice is very important.
Very important.
Putting in action whatever your thought process is, because only knowledge in books does not help. The bookish knowledge has to be implemented, practiced, and any errors and mistakes have to be improvised and improved as you go forward. That is what I call a process of achieving creative excellence. You know, you as a child, we stumble, we crawl, and then we get up, and then it takes time for you to learn any process. So you're very right. Survival of the fittest is so very important in today's times, because the COVID situation has totally disrupted the way business is being done, and you need to have new skills, new strategies, and you need new competencies to not only survive but thrive in the community and in the future. Because as a learner, you need to keep on learning new skills and new capabilities, not only to go through this phase, but any other disruptions that might come in to the future. And who better than yourself to be able to understand how to strategize, because you have made this particular crisis into a advantage for the organization with your strategy that you just described. So thank you very much, Mr. Pramod, for being here this morning, sharing your thought process. And it was a pleasure having you here and being able to connect with you at this level. So I really thank you, and thank all the viewers for being here this morning. And I would wish Pramod ji all the success in the coming future. And I look forward to maybe collaborating with him in future to be able to share my knowledge, skills, and training program in the coming years and months forward. So thank you very much, Pramodji. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.